Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. I am super excited to do this reading for you today. I just was trying. So I tried to do a reading for you a couple days ago, and it was just it wasn't working. And so I put it aside, and now I'm coming back to it. And I asked Spirit what were the messages, and they showed me the most amazing vision. And it is totally not the one I got before. I don't even remember what the other one was. So you were climbing up the side of a waterfall. It was tropical. It was beautiful. And you got up to the top and you did this beautiful swan dive down past the waterfall into the pool below. And it was cool and it was refreshing and it was exhilarating and it was... God, it was so amazing. And from the water, you can see. Okay, wow, that's too many cards, guys. You could see. Hold on. You could see all the rainbows that were coming off of the spray. It was really amazing. So one thing I did do was talk to Spirit about the deck we used before. Is that still the right deck? And they said no. Wow. And so we are using the Osho Zen. And the Osho Zen is high vibrational energy, to be sure. And so I have a feeling we've got Venus in Capricorn. She is going to be, she's well on her way in December to meeting up with Pluto and having that conversation about what is truly of value, what works for you, what is important, and what are the next steps. And then she's going to retrograde back and work on the plan a little more. And this is December. So this is some really amazing energy going on. And I'm very excited to see where it takes us. And I say us because I'm a Capricorn rising. So I have to go to the book a lot because I don't use the Osho Zen very often. It's very high vibrational, and there are cards I've never seen before, and this is one of them. So the overall energy is actually the 5 of air. Look, it shows this tree that takes a long time to get tall. And then it shows the bamboo, which bamboo will... set the root system, and it takes a long time. It's underground for a long time, like 5 years, and all of a sudden, seemingly overnight, it shoots up like 30 feet in the air. It's called comparison. I get it. I don't need the book. You are being encouraged. Oh my gosh, do not compare the progress you are making toward your dream, toward your goal, toward whatever you're working on. If you are a Capricorn rising, December encompasses the end part of Sagittarius season, which is your 12th house, moving into your first house. So there's been a lot of spiritual development. That waterfall really felt like diving into the flow with spirit and a flow of abundance, and it just felt very spiritual, okay? And so don't compare where you are to where you thought you were going to be. You are going to be just fine, and you are going to shoot up overnight. So right now, stability is being created. Venus in your sign is helping to develop a plan that creates stability around what you value. Self-esteem, self-worth, financial situations, and relationships. Venus is also about relationships. And so I want to see if I can't get the cards in without cutting off my head. I hate it when it cuts off my head. Makes me uncomfortable. Okay, so I think that'll work. Okay, so you are being encouraged to not compare your progress and not compare where you're going with anyone else, and just focus on creating the stable root system for whatever it is you're working toward. And how do you create that stable root system? And they're saying, oh, okay. All right. Oh, this is so awesome. All right, so being very clear when you plant a bamboo, you're very clear that you're going to grow a bamboo. So being very clear about what it is you're trying to achieve. Be very clear about taking the steps that are right in front of you to take. Stay grounded. Do the work. Lay the foundation. But the rapid growth to become the bamboo, that's the path to get to the top. How that's going to go, that's up to divine timing and opportunities. Look for them. But do not feel the need to control the mirror. Being asked to surrender to the trust of the universe that you are going to experience great heights. That waterfall was really tall. All right. Wow. Let's get into what we have here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. That's interesting. Why is that there? I am super, okay. All right, yeah. There is a need to surrender. There is a need to surrender because we start off, we find you here in the area of the king of air. It's called control. You're way up in your head. Get out of your head. Get out of your head and into your heart space. Get out of your head and into trust. If you can do that, look, the advice, I know I'm skipping around, but look, the advice is to go with the flow. Get out of your head and go with the flow is literally what they told me when you jumped into the water. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay. Look. Here's where they find you. Okay. Here's where you are in this control position. I really want you to look at this card. I'm going to get it really close. I want you to see what is happening here. We have three trapeze artists. And the one in the middle is releasing, has to be let go of, releasing the control so that the spirit can catch them. So you can fly. Okay, so the subconscious area that you are working on, you have the ordinariness, the Eight of Pentacles. This is the foundational work that you are doing. This is chopping wood, hauling water. I'm going to adjust the lighting because it's so dark out. It has not been, no sun for days, but I want you to be able to see these cards and there's a glare. So let me see what I can do here. I'll be right back. Okay, I think this is better. Okay, so the ordinariness. There is a spring energy here. He's out sowing the seeds, walking the garden path, making sure everything's going the way it's supposed to do. It's the ordinariness. It is being Capricorn. It is doing the work on the day-to-day basis, getting out there and you know, making sure that everything is progressing the way it should, doing the job, being persistent, consistent, determined, right? Climbing up to the top of that waterfall. There was, you know, lots of rocks to climb over and scramble, and you had to look and see what needed to be done. And even though the subconscious is the ordinariness, achieving that, doing that is very special and unique, right? And so here in the conscious mind, you have the Emperor, which, by the way, in my opinion, is a better depiction of Capricorn energy than it is of Aries energy, but that's just me. We have the Rebel. I want you to notice there are shackles around his legs and they're broken open. We get a bad rap as Capricorns, right? Oh, you're the devil. No. This is what we are. We are the rule breakers because we set our own rules, right? We manifest and create and we do the hard work and we break free and we break through. It's breakthrough energy. But to get there, you have to totally commit. You have to be willing to release and let go. There is a point where Venus is connecting with Pluto, and I want to say, I could be wrong, I'm going to have to look at the dates again, but pretty much December 10th through the 29th, she's really in kind of that energy of being in connection with him. And this is about making a commitment to do the deep transformation, to be willing to change. And so the second half of December is about, what do you feel in your heart? What is really important to you? Are you willing to let go of the control, unshackle yourself, and follow the light? Follow the light within and set yourself free to create whatever you want. So the energy to lean into is the integration, and this is the integration of action and intuition. Climbing a mountain with a fishtail. Two very disparate energies, right? And yet it is using your intuition as a rudder and looking for the openings as they show up. This is actually fire and water here, but there's also the earth is here, and the head is up in the air, and there's the rainbow that I saw in the water. So following your intuition and your guidance, your own internal GPS, paying attention to the opportunities and integrating them into the system while you are just doing your daily steps. So when you think of something and you're like, well, that would be the next step, do it. Don't delay. This is not the time for procrastination. This is the time for taking action. But this is not the time to compare yourself to anybody else's and their progress and where they're going. It is your own internal guide system. Saturn rules time and rules Capricorn. And there is a lot of energy right here about exactly hitting the timing based on where you are. Not where anybody else is. So where you are. What's really interesting is that the obstacle is the Ace of Pentacles. And it says maturity. And I think the obstacle is that fixation on when is this going to sprout? When is this going to grow? I don't see anything. I almost feel like it should have been the Seven of Pentacles, but I think the reason it's not is because you're laying the groundwork, and I don't think we actually see this the plant push through the soil. The plant, the seed being your idea or whatever you're working on, the relationship or the whatever, until March. And so the obstacle would be allowing the maturity of the seed, the maturity of the root system, the maturity of all that before it pushes through. And so I think it's impatience. I think the obstacle is being impatient, like, why am I not further along in this than I thought I would be at this time? And and I know you know perhaps better than most signs about divine timing, and our timing is not. They'll be like, oh, that's coming. That is right around the corner. And you're like, yes, next week? No, not next week, not even next month, but it's right around the corner. And you're like, well, where the hell's the corner? And they're saying that's the obstacle. Be patient. Wait. The seed needs to mature before it can spring up. But when it does, it is like 30 feet overnight. I think it's more like 5 feet a day or something like that. But it just springs right up. So be willing to... Okay, I'm pretty sure it's like that. I think it's like 5 feet a day. Okay, so what they just showed me and then just made me laugh, so I have to tell you because that's not fair. My son, we measured their heights on a regular basis. So, he's standing against the wall and we mark him, right? And then like 4 days later, bam, I hear this noise and I'm like, what was that? He's like, I think I grew overnight because I just hit the wall when I stretched out. I never do that. I'm like, nobody grows overnight. No, really, I think I grew like 4 inches. I'm like, you did not grow 4 inches overnight. So we lined him up against the wall, and guess what? He was like 5 inches taller. I'm like, oh my God, that really happened. So it's like that. It's like that sudden, his body was preparing for it. He was super tired. He was eating like crazy. And I figured he's a teenage boy and he's a swimmer, and that's what's going on. No. His body was like getting ready, like, we're going to grow. Okay. And that's what's happening right now. And so the obstacle is having the patience for the maturity process, for the timing to allow things to get to where they're supposed to be so they can develop. The the gift, the opportunity is knowing when to break through, when to take the next guided step. We have awareness. This is the Chariot. And the Chariot is about aligning the subconscious and the conscious mind together to move forward in the direction you want to go. And you have the King of Wands. And so it is the awareness of when the inspiration hits you. And you're like, that's the next move. That's the next move. And so the opportunities will be you staying in alignment of the fact that you are about to have a breakthrough, but you have to daily get out there and work on what you're working on so that you can break through, break the chains. You can suddenly spring up overnight and change everything for yourself. So again, the advice is to be in flow with spirit, to pay attention to your subconscious and your conscious mind, to integrate the subconscious and the conscious, to integrate the emotional intuition with the actions that you take. Fire and water. Intuition and fire is action. Fire and water. Capricorn. No, Cancer. Cancer's sign is this. It is the Chariot. It is a water sign kind of energy. And here's the fire. The fire and the water. That is the opportunity. It is fire and water, being in flow, knowing when to make that move. And in your environment, you have the Ace of Swords. You have consciousness. This isn't anything or anyone. This is your own higher self consciousness. It is in your environment. It is there. It feels to me, oh God, this is such big energy. It is so immense. It feels like your oversoul. Your oversoul, not just your higher self. So a quick tutorial on that. We have the oversoul, and the oversoul wants to unfold. It wants to be like a lotus flower that keeps opening and has unlimited petals, just keeps unfolding. And so the oversoul is divided into like 6 timelines. So you are incarnated on different timelines, I guess is the best way to describe that, currently. And each of those have a higher self that is taking orders from the oversoul. So what is happening here is to orchestrate the unfoldment of your oversoul, your eternal energy. It is being very closely watched if this is what's going on in your environment. It is you are at a precipice of amazing opportunity and expansion. It doesn't really get cooler than this. It really doesn't. The outcome is flippin' amazing. You have for your outcome the King of Cups. This is the integration of your intuition in the part where you manifest, in the 3D. Yeah, you have the Emperor and 2 kings here. You have 2 aces. I mean, 4 kings. Look, we also have, oh wow, we have 4 kings sitting here. You've got water, fire, and air, and the Emperor. You don't need the King of Earth. You're already that. You're already that. So to reach this part where you truly break free, where you really truly step into your own, is when you integrate all of the kings into the Emperor. Oh, can you feel it? How do you are going to be so much more connected with the consciousness. Look, I want you to really look at this moon, then the outcome. That is the consciousness of you. That is you, tapping you through your intuition. And this information that comes in is so expansive. And we have the victory card of the Six of Wands of success. I feel like this is your spirit guide team literally throwing you a parade. That's what that feels like. I don't know. You might see the success in the 3D world. But I think it's the breakthrough. I think it's the integration of all these energies. And your spirit guide team is going, oh my God, you're doing it. So be sure to ask for their help along the way. They're right there cheering you on, and they can help you to be in flow. Go with the flow. This is, oh God, you have another ace. This is the Ace of Cups. You have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and and the Ace of Air. Earth, air. The only thing is missing here is the Ace of Wands. You don't need that because you're already in mid-flight. You already know what you're working on. You don't need to be inspired. You need to trust. You need to let go of the need to control the situation and allow spirit to carry you, to catch you, and to take you to greater heights, they're saying, than you've ever been before. Can you feel it? So 3 kings, 3 aces, and 4 major arcana. And there's only 14 cards. And 8 of them are over the top. Okay. Deep breath. I'm going to finish the reading. I don't want to leave this energy. But let's get into a little practical advice here on health. I want to say we're getting into the holiday season, and there's a lot of opportunities to drop the ball in the matters of health. And I don't think that's a good idea for sure this time. Because with this high vibrational energy around here, you need to be taking care of yourself. So make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, that you're staying hydrated, that you're eating good, healthy foods, and that you're keeping the stress down. That control energy is stressful energy. So make sure you're releasing that to allow yourself to really move into this energy. And by the way, all they said in health is expansion. It's expansion. You are expanding. You're going to shoot up overnight. You may not see it right now. It doesn't mean it's not happening. It is absolutely 100% happening. Even if you don't see it, it is happening. And there's just a need to trust your intuition, trust your higher self, trust your oversoul, and let go. Holy cow. All right. So this is the card for wealth. And honestly, so whatever this is it going to bring financial abundance? Yes. But I believe that it brings abundance in the totality of your life because it's all of the kings. You have abundance mindset. I mean, seriously, it's in all of the arenas. So, Spirit and I are on the same page. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. If it's in the present moment, set yourself free. You're already there. All right. These are Mike Dooley's abundance cards, which were the cards that Spirit selected because for the happiness, and I said, well, we're already doing well. Then they said, abundance is everything. It's so much. It's in every arena. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So be in the abundance mindset. Then you're not just okay. Let's look. I want you to look. This has got the gold on the bottom, so that's the financial resources, the abundance of growth in the areas that you want to grow in. And here's that pink of the heart chakra. It is all of it. It is in every area of your life that you can, if you will just right now remember that you are abundance currently. On your mind, consciously focus on the fact that you are the emperor, which is the manifester in all the realms. And you are unshackled. You are unshackled and you are following the light of your own guidance. Ooh, there's a phoenix there. I didn't even notice that. All right. So, right now it's currently winter in the Northern Hemisphere. When does Capricorn season start? Oh yeah, on the shortest day of the year up here. And so this is kind of what that energy makes me feel like. It's me again, the universe. You deserve more. You know, much more. Try this. Stop trying to predict and therefore limit where it's going to come from. Just know that it's going to come and let me figure out the rest. Are you willing to totally commit and dive into the flow of the universe? Beautiful swan dive. Come on in. The water's great. The water is great. All right. Whew. Exciting month ahead. All right, Capricorn, you have an amazing month. There's really no reason not to. So go get it. I am on Facebook in a little group called Moonlit Waters. If you want to come over, there's daily inspiration going on over there. So come and check out what's going on the daily. I will see you guys back here next week. Your December, oh, this is your December reading. So in 2 weeks will be the sneak peek ahead of what's going on in 2022 for you. I think you'll want to check that out. We'll see you guys soon. Take good care. Dive in.